Okay guys, let's talk about the legal obligations of helping professionals. Let's start with duty of care. Social workers are legally obligated to provide a reasonable standard of care in delivering social work services. And social workers who work with families addressing child abuse and neglect issues must be competent in both social work and child welfare practice and engage in routine evaluation of both client safety and progress toward goal attainment. In terms of duty of care expectations, the NASW publishes standards of social work practice in child welfare, school social work services, work with military service members, veterans and their families, family caregivers of older adults, and clients with substance use problems. What else we have here? Also, social work educators have begun to publish textbooks that emphasize a scientific evidence base for practice. That is really important. Professional, governmental, and non-governmental organizations have begun to publish practice guidelines based on comprehensive reviews and systematic analysis of relevant research literature. If one social work activities are congruent with generally accepted theories, finding from high-quality research studies, and current professional practice guidelines, one probably meets the reasonable standard of care expectation. I know that's maybe hard to understand, and we can discuss it in the classroom as well. Several additional responsibilities may be included under the general duty of care. Social workers must take action to ensure the physical protection of clients they determine to be imminently dangerous to others, imminently dangerous to themselves, so gravely disabled as to be unable to provide minimal self-care. And also, professional record keeping also relates to the duty of care obligation. Record keeping suggests at least a modicum of professionalism, and this is why maybe here we are always talking about how important is that you know how to write well, and maybe spell the words in the right way, and syntaxes, and how to do paragraphs and stuff, basic stuff that we are supposed to learn maybe in high school, but sometimes we don't, so because we have to record cases, and whatever we write in a record of our clients, that is gonna talk about us as social workers. Okay, let's continue. Then we have the duty to respect privacy, and that means that social workers are not entitled to intrude on the privacy of prospective or current clients. And privacy includes an individual's body and physical space, like their home or residence, a locker at school, for example, and those aspects of personal life that constitute a symbolic region of privacy. And also, social workers must have a sound professional reason for entry into these private physical or symbolic regions. For example, if I have a client, and let's say it's a woman, and she's coming to my office, and we are working on her skills to find a better job. And I'm seeing this client once a week, and I notice that every week she comes with a different person to the office, someone who gives her a ride, and this person happens to be a different guy or a different partner, and every week she tells me that, hey, this is my new partner, blah blah blah. What I'm trying to say is that part is not of my business, because I'm working so she can develop skills to get a better job. So I don't have to interview her about that or giving her advice about that, because that's her private life. If a client wants to have a different partner even every day, and that is not affecting her life or what are we working on, and it is not dangerous for her, I don't have to go there and picking on her. We can talk more about that if you have doubts in the classroom, okay? Well, also we have the duty to maintain confidentiality. For this, the laws that certify or license social workers require that information shared by clients remain confidential. Indeed, some laws use the term privileged communication in describing this legal obligation. Confidentiality refers to the professional norm that information shared or pertaining to clients will not be shared with third parties. Privilege refers to the disclosure of confidential information in court proceedings. The advent of computerized record keeping or organizational networks, management information systems, agency, governmental, and insurance company databases, the internet, and managed care systems has seriously complicated this confidentiality issue. Also, the U.S. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, better known as HIPAA, and associated standards for privacy of individual identifiable health information reflect federal efforts to protect the confidentiality of personal health information. All health information that could identify individual people is protected under the privacy rule. Under most circumstances, clients must give genuinely informed consent before workers or social workers share information with another person or organization. So this means a simple example. It doesn't matter what agency we are working for. If we are, I don't know, at a supermarket, maybe Kroger's or Aldi's, and we are grocery shopping for our house, and we are there with our partner or our family, my mother, my dad, my husband, or my kids. And then I saw one of my clients at the grocery store part of this confidentiality issue means that I'm not going there to say, hi, how you doing? How everything is going? Because my family members are going to ask me who that person is, and then I'm going to have to disclose that, hey, yeah, he or she's my client. And if I do that, I'm going to be breaking the confidentiality agreement. It's different if the person come to me and say, hi Marely, how you doing? So I can say hi and that's it. I don't have to identify myself. Well, there is the duty to inform, that here we talk about social workers are obligated to educate clients and prospective clients concerning the nature and extent of services offered by the worker and the agency. And also social workers should address matters of a cost, length of treatment, risk, probability of success, and alternate services that may be appropriate. Typically, social workers should give clients information regarding their qualifications, fields of expertise, and when relevant, areas about which they have limited knowledge or experience. Several fundamental civil rights, including due process, equal protection, privacy, and dignity, pertain to the duty to inform, such as informed understanding is an essential part of the agreement in which a client, in effect, employs a social worker to provide professional services within the context of a relationship. Also, we have the duty to report, and this is when social workers have a legal duty to report to designated governmental authorities indications of certain outrages against humanity. Although the specific procedures for reporting may vary somewhat from place to place, a social worker must report suspicion of certain criminal behaviors, including child abuse, child neglect, child molestation, and incest. And last but not least, we have the duty to warn. The social workers bear some responsibility to notify potential victims and take action to safeguard people a client might harm. Suspicion alone is sufficient, and all social workers who report in good faith are typically immune from liability. In the case of potential violence toward other adults, however, suspicion alone is insufficient. So if you have questions about these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aspect of legal obligation of helping process, just let me know in class. I'm gonna put some questions about this part in Canvas for you to answer in the discuss session, okay? And then for next class, we're gonna be talking about ethics and other stuff related to ethics and the ethics code, okay? Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you learn. If you have questions or doubts about this, just email me and I'm gonna try to email you back as soon as I can. Bye bye.